Hello everyone, it's us again, the TV Days Drama Digest team, your go-to source for all the sizzling scoops, heart-wrenching twists, and jaw-dropping revelations from the world of daytime television. If you've been glued to your screens for the endless saga of love, betrayal, and resurrection that is Days of Our Lives DOOL, then buckle up, because we're diving into what could be one of the most seismic shifts in Salem's story history. It feels like the very foundations of this iconic soap opera are trembling under the weight of impending change. Why do we say that? Well, whispers from behind the scenes are growing into a deafening roar. DOOL is reportedly laying off a significant number of its young, vibrant actors. This isn't just a minor cast tweak, it's a major upheaval that could reshape the landscape of Salem for years to come. What exactly happened? How did we get here? And what does it mean for the characters we've come to love or love to hate? Let's unpack this explosive story step by step, delving deep into the drama, the heartbreak, and the uncertainty that's gripping the show. First, a bit of context for those who might be new to the DOOL phenomenon or need a refresher on why this news hits so hard. Days of Our Lives has been a staple of American television since its premiere on November 8, 1965, on NBC. Created by Ted Corday and Betty Corday, the show has chronicled the intertwined lives of families like the Hortons, Brady's, DiMeras, and Kiriakaises in the fictional town of Salem. Over its 6 decades, DOOL has become synonymous with over-the-top plotliness. Think demonic possessions, evil twins, long-lost children resurfacing from the dead, and enough romantic entanglements to fill a dozen romance novels. The show's signature opening line, like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives, narrated by the late MacDonald Carey, who played Tom Horton, sets the tone for a narrative that's as relentless as time itself. Its weathered network changes, moving to Peacock in 2022, and has survived scandals, cast departures, and even a global pandemic that halted production. But through it all, DOOL has maintained a loyal fanbase drawn to its blend of melodrama, suspense, and emotional depth. In recent years, particularly from 2021 onward, the show has focused on injecting fresh blood into its ensemble, introducing or aging up younger characters to appeal to a new generation while honoring its legacy. This strategy has paid off with compelling storylines involving teen angst, forbidden romances, and family legacies clashing with modern dilemmas. But now, in early 2026, as the show navigates its 61st season, rumors of budget constraints, creative pivots, and the need to make room for returning veterans have culminated in what feels like a brutal purge. According to multiple insider sources, including reports from outlets like the U.S. Sun, Soap Opera Network, and TV Insider, DOOL has made the shocking decision to part ways with 4 key young actors: Carson Boatman, Raven Bowens, Ashley P. Zemes, and Leo Howard. These aren't peripheral players, these are stars who've been central to some of the show's most riveting arcs, embodying the next wave of Salem's drama queens and kings. Let's start with Carson Boatman, the charismatic actor who has brought Johnny DiMera to life since 2021. Johnny, the son of the legendary Sammy Brady, Allison Sweeney, and the cunning E.J. DiMera Dan Furigal, is a character steeped in DiMera intrigue. Born as part of a twin set with Allie Horton, Johnny's history is a rollercoaster of possession, passion, and power struggles. Remember when he was possessed by the devil himself back in 2021 to 2022? That storyline had viewers on the edge of their seats, watching as Johnny's soul battled dark forces, leading to a whirlwind romance with Chanel Dupree that ended in a hasty marriage, an annulment, and eventual reconciliation. Boatman, a musician and actor from Iowa, stepped into this role with effortless charm, blending Johnny's DiMera edge with a vulnerability that made him relatable. His chemistry with co-stars, especially Raven Bowens as Chanel, sparked the fan-favorite couple Janelle. Recent plots have seen Johnny and Chanel navigating the joys and sorrows of parenthood, adopting a son named Trey after a heartbreaking miscarriage. Bowman's portrayal captured the raw emotion of a young man grappling with family expectations, demonic legacies, and the simple desire for a stable life. The news of his departure feels like a dagger to the heart. Imagine the void in the DiMera mansion without Johnny's brooding presence. Insiders say Boatman was in the midst of contract negotiations when the axe fell, adding to the blindsiding nature of this move. Speaking of Chanel, Raven Bowens has been the fiery force behind Chanel Dupree DiMera since taking over the role in July 2021 from Precious Way. Chanel, daughter of the formidable Paulina Price, Jackie Harry, and granddaughter of Olivia Price Marla Gibbs, arrived in Salem as a stylish, headstrong socialite from Miami, fierce, sexually fluid, and unapologetically ambitious. Her early days were marked by schemes like trying to skip out on a champagne bill, but she evolved into a complex character dealing with family secrets, bisexuality, and entrepreneurial dreams. Bowens, a San Diego native inspired by her late grandmother, infused Chanel with depth and resilience. We've seen her weather betrayals like discovering Paulina's deception about Horton Town Square and build a bakery business from the ground up. Her relationship with Johnny has been a highlight filled with steamy makeups, breakups, and a recent pregnancy announcement that promised to cement them as a legacy couple. But the road hasn't been easy. Miscarriages, demonic interferences, and family feuds have tested Channel's spirit. Bowen's performance has earned praise for its authenticity, especially in exploring Channel's fluid sexuality through tender moments with Allie Horton. Lindsay Arnold. The thought of Salem without Channel's sassy quips and entrepreneurial grit is devastating. Reports indicate Bowen's recently discussed her future on the show in interviews, making her exit even more unexpected and poignant. Then there's Ashley Pizzemis as Holly Jonas, a role she originated in October 2023 after the character was rapidly age-raised. From a child to a teenager, Holly, the biological daughter of Nicole Walker, Ariane Zucker, and the late Daniel Jonas, Sean Christia, but carried by Chloe Lane, Nadia Bjorlin, has a tragic backstory marked by loss and identity struggles. Born in 2016 amid a surrogacy scandal, Holly's early years were filled with custody battles and near-death experiences. As a teen, Pizzemis portrayed her as a bratty, self-centered girl who overdosed on drugs, framed her boyfriend Tate, and clashed with her mother. But over time, Holly matured, navigating a tumultuous romance with Tate Black amid manipulations from characters like Sophia Choi. Rachel Boyd. Pizzemis, a Michigan native who moved to Los Angeles to pursue acting, brought nuance to Holly's transformation from selfish teen to a young woman learning empathy and responsibility. Her nomination for a Daytime Emmy in the Emerging Talent category in 2025 was well-deserved, highlighting her ability to convey vulnerability beneath the bravado. Recent storylines have shown Holly settling into happiness with Tate, only for this real-life shakeup to threaten it all. The dramatic irony is palpable. Just as Holly finds stability, her portrayal is cut loose, leaving fans to wonder how her arc will conclude. Finally, Leo Howard as Tate Black, who joined the show in April 2024, replacing Jamie Martin Mann. Tate, son of Brady Black, Eric Martsolf, and Teresa Donovan Emily O'Brien, is another surrealist character, born in 2013 amid paternity drama. His history includes being kidnapped as a baby and growing up off-screen, before returning as a teen caught in parental conflicts. Howard, a martial artist and former Disney star known for Kickin' It and Conan the Barbarian, infused Tate with boy-next-door charm and quiet strength. Tate's romance with Holly tallied to fans has been a whirlwind of teen drama, secret relationships, parental interference, and emotional highs and lows. We've seen Tate stand up to his parents, run interference and love triangles, and grow from a naive kid into a principled young man. Howard's background in action and comedy added layers to Tate's scenes, making him a standout in the younger ensemble. The recast was seamless, but now, with Howard's exit, Tate's future hangs in the balance, especially as storylines tease more teen intrigue in 2026. The layoffs hit like a thunderbolt when the cast returned from their holiday break in early January 2026. Picture this: these talented performers, fresh from festive celebrations, stepping back onto the set with renewed energy, believing their futures in Salem were secure. Instead, they were met with the crushing news of their dismissals. Sources describe it as a New Year bloodbath, with the actors, particularly Boatman, who was renegotiating his contract, feeling utterly blindsided. The shockwaves rippled through the entire cast. Internal whispers reveal that other members are now gripped by paranoia, glancing over their shoulders, wondering if they're next on the chopping block. Imagine the tension on set, hushed conversations in the makeup room, anxious glances during rehearsals, the air thick with uncertainty. This isn't just about losing jobs, it's about severing bonds forged over years of shared scenes, emotional breakdowns, and triumphant moments. Why now? Speculation abounds. DOOL has always balanced its rich history with forward momentum, but financial pressures are a constant in daytime TV, with production costs rising and streaming metrics under scrutiny. The show might be trimming its budget to accommodate high-profile returns like Alison Sweeney's Sammy, or other veterans. Perhaps creative shifts are afoot. 2025 saw intense plots like John's tragic death, Bo and Hope's reunion, and EJ's mysterious shooting, setting the stage for a narrative reset. The 2026 previews hint at big changes: Sarah Brady Xander love triangles, Holly in peril, and potential resurrections. More cuts could follow, especially if the focus shifts to core families. Fans are already mourning, flooding social media with petitions and tributes, fearing the loss of diversity and youth appeal that these actors brought. Yet, due to DOOL's infamous 10-month taping lead, Johnny, Chanel, Holly, and Tate won't vanish overnight. Their final episodes could air as late as December 2026 or even early 2027, giving writers time to craft dramatic exits. Will Johnny and Chanel ride off into the sunset with their adopted son? My Holly and Tate's romance end in tragedy, echoing Salem's penchant for heartbreak? The possibilities are endless, each more gut-wrenching than the last. What do you think of this bombshell news, fellow DOOL devotees? Is this the end of an era or a necessary evolution? Share your thoughts in the comments. We're all in this emotional whirlwind together. For now, let's hold our breath and continue to wait for official confirmation from DOOL. The sands keep flowing, but oh, how they've stirred up a storm this time.